Hey there, welcome back to Jones and to Travel. If you're new here, my name's Aaron. Thanks for checking out this video and for following along. We're getting ready to get out of here and leave South Dakota. We've been here way too long, but another week to go and we'll be heading out. But before we do, I want to do one last upgrade to our heavy duty truck over here, to our Volvo. And this upgrade's not just for RVers like us, but you over-the-road truck drivers are going to like this product as well. That's right, today we're going to install and review Hiboost Vehicle Cell Booster Kit. This is the Hiboost Travel 4G 2.0 truck version, 50 decibel gain, and look, they even have a picture of a semi truck. Looks like somebody fell asleep. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this Hiboost. I haven't opened this package yet, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what they sent us. This is a sponsored video. Hiboost sent us this to install on our heavy duty truck and to do a review on. So we're gonna go out in the truck and we're gonna test the signal strength and that sort of thing once we get it installed. Should be a pretty quick operation. I gotta kind of figure out where I'm gonna put it on the truck because I got to be able to put it somewhere where the cords will reach. They're not super long, I don't think, but we'll get into that. It's super windy here today, so I apologize if you guys pick up any wind noise. Wearing my mic to try to prevent that. Let's get started with opening this up. All right, let's see what they sent us. So here, let's look at the box first. You can see you can use multi-users. The carrier doesn't matter. 50 decibel gain, 3G and 4G. This isn't set up to work with 5G just yet, so I know you guys are going to be asking me, will this work with 5G? And I don't believe it will. Anyway, most of us are on 4G still anyway, I think. So let's see here. The kit includes the booster, the outdoor antenna, the indoor antenna, and the power supply. And then here on the back of the box, you can see here in the truck, you've got the antenna that we're going to put on the mirror or somewhere. I might put it on my drum box. And then you've got the booster itself, power, and then the little indoor antenna that broadcasts the signal to your cell phones. Power supply, booster. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, the wind. All right, we got the user manual. And we've got a coax for the antenna, it looks like. We've got brackets for the antenna. Very well packaged. Got some sealant here to use if we have to drill holes into the truck. And looks like some Velcro. And then here's the booster itself. Nice little compact unit. We have another brand of this in the RV, and this unit is much bigger and bulkier, so I like to see that more Velcro strips. I like to see that this is small. We've got the indoor antenna, so this is what's going to broadcast the boosted signal out to your cell phones. We've got a cigarette lighter, USB power cord. So we have the option of going cigarette lighter or just USB, which is nice to have that option. And this is the antenna. So you can see, very well made, nice and springy, pretty simple, straightforward, to the point. Let's step inside the truck and take a look at this manual and get out of this wind. All right, guys, this is much better. I had to get out of the wind, man. It's like a hurricane. Anyway, all right, this is the user manual, and you can see here, this is the C27G5S truck. That's the version. They have an RV version and a BTW version. I don't know what that is. I think that the main difference between these are the indoor and outdoor antennas. I'll go ahead and put a link in the video description below for this product. All right, here's table of contents. It goes through how the booster works, pre-install instructions, installation, troubleshooting, all the FCC and technical specs, and the warranty. How signal boosters work. Basically, the system amplifies the signal from the nearest tower and then retransmits the amplified signal to any type of cellular device in the vehicle. It'll boost 3G and 4G LTE signal from all US and Canadian carrier networks. You can see here's an example of one installed in an SUV. Here's one in a motorhome. And here's one in the truck. And this is the one we're installing today. Pre-installation instructions. It's just really telling you that you have to strategically place your antennas. If the outdoor and the indoor antenna are too close to one another, you could get some feedback and it could be detrimental to the boost. So make sure that you read through these and get a really good understanding. The picture really is 1,000 words because it kind of shows you how it's got to be set up. But they have some really good instruction here on how it has to go together. And this installation is somewhat straightforward. I mean, this book covers all three of those products we saw in the front of the booklet. This page 8 is specifically the truck version we're installing today. And basically, once you locate the outdoor and the indoor antennas, you route the wiring in and you hook it to the booster, plug it into power, and away you go. They also include this nice little troubleshooting guide. So if we have any issues, we can refer to this and see if that helps us out. In my opinion, a lot of these troubleshooting guides are almost a waste of paper, because it seems like every time I have a problem, the guide doesn't mention it or their recommended solution doesn't work. But I'm not saying that's Hiboost. I haven't installed one of these before, so we're doing it together, but I'm glad to see that they have a troubleshooting guide. So it's pretty straightforward manual. It's fairly basic, but for some products I've tried, some of the manuals are simply a little folded piece of paper, so it's good to see that there's actually a booklet. Yeah, good information. My nice new Leatherman I got from my son-in-law for Christmas, so awesome. All right, let's get this open. I'm curious to see how long these cords are. See how far we can. So this is the interior antenna, and it looks like it's fairly long. I'm trying to decide if I want to put this on Tina's side of the truck or on my driver's side. This is about a 12-foot cord, so that's pretty decent. Let's check on the coax for the antenna, because that's going to be the critical part. If I can get it open. Now, this package says that it's 9.18 feet or 2.8 meters. So we'll see how well that's going to work. So 9 feet doesn't give us a whole lot to play with. So we got to get this antenna mounted to where this 9-foot coax will reach the booster. So let me do some investigating, figure out how I want to do this, and we'll go from there. My basic objective here is going to be to mount that antenna over here somewhere, maybe on the outside of the door, and then I've got access here to the back. I can run the coax, and then maybe, depending on how long that cord is, either put the booster back in here. I know it's dark in there, but either put the booster back in there, run power to it, and then run the interior antenna line along here and up into the cab, and like put it on the back wall by the bed or by the table. That's probably my best option. Help has arrived. Hey Corey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Hey, this is Corey with Road Ventures, yeah, with an S. If you haven't checked out their YouTube channel, I'll put a link in the description below. Go check these guys out. They're doing a lot of cool stuff in the national parks, cool drone work. This guy's pretty good, so go check him out.
Thank you.
He's gonna help me figure out how to mount this. I might just let him do it and go inside and have a refreshment, but we'll see. Quick update. So I mounted it up on the mirror right there, ran the coax over temporarily. I'm just gonna loop it through here. We're gonna go out and drive this thing and test it, but came down. Every installation is gonna be different. And into the cab and out here, and I'm gonna mount the booster up under here somewhere. It's not quite long enough unless I mount the booster on the floor right there. That might be a good idea. See that?
Yeah.
Just run this coax underneath here and stick the booster right here. And put the interior antenna up there somewhere behind Tina's head or something. So I decided to pull this off, and we're gonna run this coax under and put our booster over here, kind of out of the way. I don't want it to be in Tina's way when she's riding, so. This is pretty easy to take apart. So these little caps just pop out. They're just covers. And then it's got a little star screw, and that's all there is to it. And once you get these all out, you should be able to pop this thing up, kind of like that. I'm thinking we're gonna go just like that. Outdoor, so it's gonna go like this. See, it'd be sweet if I could put it back here, but maybe something like that.
It's nice and out of the way.
Yeah, let's try it. If we don't get a signal through it, we'll know it's because I squished it. So I mentioned earlier that there's an app for this thing. Just get it in the Play Store, and then I guess we have to create an account, and then we'll turn the booster on and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I signed up. It's pretty straightforward. It walks you through, you put your name, phone number, that kind of thing in. Let's see if we can add a device. Scan for Bluetooth. There we go. Well, that was easy. My device. There we go. All right, this is pretty cool. So you can see here when you go to your device, this shows you the RF performance, and it's kind of in the middle range. Oh, that one just jumped up too. We'll go find a place with some crappy signal. Select my device because we added it before we left the RV park, and you can see the green dot means that it's on. And we jumped from 2 bars of nothing to 3 bars of 4G LTE.
Oh, of nowhere.
Yeah, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Or pretty close to nowhere. This is without the booster.
Won't connect.
Yeah. Okay, let's try this. 57 milliseconds, that's good. Oh my goodness. That's impressive. Tina's gonna love this. Yeah, now upload here without the booster was non-existent too, and so I'm not surprised that it's lower than download. It usually is. The upload is still not the greatest, but if you were boondocking or out somewhere with no signal and you had this booster, you could at least get help, right? You could at least call somebody or get on a website or something, even if you couldn't download or upload anything. For emergency purposes, that doesn't really matter. So impressive.
So this is my hotspot that I have in my RV that we take everywhere with us, and
it's AT&T.
It's AT&T. So we're gonna run a speed test with the booster on.
Yeah, our AT&T here's been a little slow too. T-Mobile works really good, Verizon's working really good, but AT&T's been a little iffy. But at least you've got upload, right?
Yeah. And then we'll unplug it.
There we go. And run it again.
I know that there's a way as well on these hotspots to go in there and change the channel, the bandwidth.
Oh,
channel.
yeah. And this will boost the channels differently, I would imagine.
Correct. Feel the difference.
Oh, yeah. Still enough to get help, but probably not the best connection.
I don't think the kids are going to be happy with that connection.
No, there won't be any tablets going on that, or video games or anything. I couldn't even watch YouTube with that signal. I couldn't even watch my own videos, and that's a shame.
So, I mean, that's the difference right there.
Wow. So 2.51 down, 1.27 up, and it was
results. It was
4 down and 4 up.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Yep. So we doubled our ability with the booster. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth the cost of the booster, and it didn't take us that long to install it once we figured out where we were going with the wires, and I still have some cleanup to do. I'm gonna clean up that wire outside just so it's not flapping around in the wind, but so far so good. All right, you guys ready to go back to camp?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready, Maggie? All right, so here's what we ended up with. We this is kind of sitting on the floor for now. It's probably not gonna move. Coax goes up through the door and up to the antenna, and I'm gonna Velcro that to the mirror case just to keep it up from flopping around. Temporarily have power coming out of that USB plug down and over to the booster. I'll rewire that so I have direct power to it. You can see the lights are on it. It's still on. And then this is the indoor antenna. Let me climb up here and show you what we did while we were experimenting with it. You see the indoor antenna is here. And with it laying on the floor or with it low like this, it worked really well. Now I brought it up here, and it could be because this is metal, but when I hooked it up here, it didn't work so well. So that's why we kind of did a soft install so we could go out and test it, make sure we had this in the right spot. So I'm gonna mount this right here on the wall with some Velcro, and we should be good to go. I was over checking out Hiboost's website, and here's the trucker version of the booster like we installed today. For me, this booster provides mostly pros and very little cons, more like nice to haves really. So let's get into the pros. First of all, it's compact. Compared to its competitors that I've seen, this unit is really compact, but it seems to pack a real punch in performance. It's nice that it's small, and it's easy to place pretty much anywhere. Ease of install. It really was easy to install, simple and straightforward. I would say that Hiboost has done a really good job at packaging this unit with everything you need for the install. Signal Supervisor app. The Signal Supervisor app was easy to download and recognized our booster almost instantly via Bluetooth. Plus, it's just cool. I'm excited to really take some time to dig into the app and geek out on all the data the app provides. Well packaged. I was impressed with the quality of the packaging, and it really does look nice when you open up the box. And it's competitively priced. This booster retails for $499.99, and it's really a good value when you compare it to the competition at around $525. For a limited time, you can use Aaron20 at checkout and get 20% off your order. That brings the price of the trucker version we installed today down to around $399. I'll put a link in the description below so that you can go directly over to Hiboost's website and check them out for yourself. Okay, now for the cons. The first one and the biggest one that Corey and I both noticed today while doing this install is the coaxial cable and the power cord length. It would be really nice if the coax from the antenna and the power cord were about twice as long as they're currently providing in the kit. And I'm sure the cable length is a function of design, and extending that may degrade the booster signal, but it would make locating the booster so much easier. The second con for us is the white coaxial cable. As you've seen, our truck is a dark color, but the coax from the antenna is white, so it really sticks out on the side of the rig. The coax really should be black, and it wouldn't be as noticeable on the outside of the truck. We'll be using this unit as we travel across the country, and we may even do a follow-up video at some point. Let us know in the comments if you have one of these cell boosters, if you've got some experience using it, if you'd like to see a follow-up video at some point, let us know in the comments below as well. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. That was the install and review of the Hiboost truck version of the cell booster, and I think we got some pretty good tests. You know, we're kind of limited here because we couldn't really drive way out in the middle of nowhere, but 5 miles up the road is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, so we did all right. Oh, before I forget, Road Ventures, Corey and Jody, I'm horrible with names, and the kids, go check them out on YouTube. Like I said before, they do a lot of cool stuff in the national parks, and they're growing their channel, so we'd appreciate it if you go check them out. And until next time, safe travels. Bye. Okay, you're recording. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Now everybody's dizzy. Am I still moving?
Yeah.
What do you think of the motor, dude?
Awesome.
Do you want to drive this thing?